What is going on, my Cardano friends? It is your Cardano friend Jack here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over from my mom's basement a stablecoin depegging and about $750 million worth of Bitcoin being essentially dumped to over-the-counter exchanges, and cover why that is a big deal, why that is kind of selling, even if they're claiming it as a loan, and how this happened, why this happened, and will this happen to Cardano's algorithmic stablecoin? Will there be a depegging? How will this work? And also, just in general, why is putting your crypto in exchanges' hands driving down the price and increasing the bear market? Not that I'm against the bear market, but there are some interesting things to cover for today. So let's get into the video. If you're holding ADA and you want to stake it to earn passive ADA in your ADA, first, you can do so. And you can do so with the Jack stake pool. Now, what I'm talking about today is the whole market's down. Bitcoin down 17% in the 7 days. Most things are down up to 20%. Solana, Cardano, everything, right? 11% for Cardano just today. So there's some nasty downturn here in the market. And a lot of this is coming from the fact that the Luna Foundation that puts together this stablecoin and works with Luna and Terra to put this together has essentially dumped $750 million of Bitcoin on the open market to over-the-counter exchanges to try to save their stablecoin peg and resolve some other issues. This has resulted in the supposed to be $1 peg being down about 1.5 cents. So that's not very good. That is not what you want to see from a stablecoin. Sometimes you can be down a little bit, a fraction of a penny, but in this case, we are down above a cent, so not very good. That is having people very fearful. As you can see here, down 1.25%, which is not something you want to see from a stablecoin. I'll leave a link to the Luna Foundation Guards thread right here, basically describing what's happening. A lot of market turmoil, a lot of uncertain macro conditions, and with all this, they decided to execute a loan of $750 million worth of Bitcoin to over-the-counter trading firms to help protect the UST peg. Obviously, it has not worked out so well, and the peg has been lost. As we can see here, the stablecoin that is built on Luna is actually having a higher market cap than Luna itself, which I think is a big part of the problem. Over collateralization and a lot of things going on that were not expected of this stablecoin. I do think, in general, if you're following Cardano and you're following JED, that stablecoin is going to have a lot of fallbacks and also be able to learn from this. We are in the public testnet for JED right now, and it will be launching very soon, June this year. So that's exciting on the Cardano side of things. But getting back to what's happening over here, I also want to mention that the Luna Foundation Guard, although this is supposed to be decentralized and, future finance, this essentially is a, I don't know, Ponzi-nomics or some kind of a weird group, at least what I can see from this angle. And I know things have to start out a bit slower and maybe more centralized at first with groups like these using multi-sig wallets, but in this case, it's just another council of, as we can see here when we scroll down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. Central banks probably have more people making these big decisions to move $1.5 billion worth of capital. And I'm not sure where we're going to go next, but I am interested to see that the peg is only 98 cents. So keep that in mind. Market's crashing, $750 million of Bitcoin going to exchanges. And that is bringing me to this point, which is, if you're keeping your Bitcoin or your coins in general on exchanges, you are contributing to the price of Bitcoin going down. Even if your goal is higher prices, holding on an exchange essentially allows those exchanges to show you that magic Bitcoin in your wallet that is really just an IOU, it's paper Bitcoin, until you withdraw it to your wallet. And sometimes those fees are nasty, sometimes those fees are delayed in heavy times of traffic. It is not actually yours, and that bank is loaning it out and basically taking out small risk positions with their large capital funds that they've collected from their consumers and making Bitcoin on their Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. They are going to be contributing to a lot of that selling pressure because they have so much supply to give, and the demand is going to be hard to keep up when so many people across the world, millions and millions, are using those exchanges to hold their Bitcoin rather than a self-custody wallet. Now, speaking of Cardano in relation to these big developments, and honestly, it is kind of interesting that we have 7 people controlling $1.5 billion of capital, and a lot more than that because they have been buying Bitcoin, billions of dollars with it over the past few months. And we also have Cardano though. And remember, if you didn't, Cardano has been doing a lot, and not just on DeFi and not just on things that are going to help me and you for NFTs and, you know, the Vasil hard fork pushing a bunch more throughput and a bunch of other things. But we also have things like Ethiopia. This has been worked on for years. This has been in the making. And yes, it has been still building. It has been still going forward. Moving into the implementation phase, rolling out live towards students across the next 8 weeks. So very soon, Ethiopian students are going to have access and be onboarded to the Cardano ecosystem within the Atala Prism and other developments, but also 1 to 2 million students using the software in the next year. So within 2022 is a prediction. I don't know if this is going to get hit, but I'm just telling you, bear market or not, Cardano is building, and the road may be rough ahead, especially with these market conditions, but Cardano is going to pull through. I am pretty certain of that. And if not, I'm only 22, but if I lose everything because I'm all in, whatever. But you're going to have to make those decisions for yourself. I'm still comfortable. I'm still heavily convicted in Cardano. And I still am very interested to see how this peg plays out for this algorithmic stablecoin and how JED, Cardano's native stablecoin, will perform against it. Anyways, that's it for the video today. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. If you have any questions or anything, I will try to answer them in the comments. But as always, have a great freaking day. It's been your friend Jack from my mom's basement. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.